better say it right now, cause you don't have another day. Cause we're moving on and we can't slow down. These memories are playing like a film without sound. And I keep thinking of the night in June. I didn't know much of love, but it came too soon. And it was me and you, and then we got real blue. Stay at home talking on the telephone, and we would get so excited and we'd get so scared, laughing at ourselves, thinking life's not fair. And this is how it feels. As we go on, we remember all the times we had together. And as our lives change from whatever, we will still be friends forever. So if we get the big jobs and we make the big money, when we look back now, will our jokes still be funny? Will we still remember everything we learned in school? Still be trying to break every single rule? Will little brainy Bobby be the stockbroker man? Can he ever find a job that won't interfere with routine? I keep thinking that it's not goodbye. Keep on thinking it's our time to fly. And this is how it feels. As we go on, we remember all the times we had together. And as our lives change from whatever, we will still be friends forever.
My name is Becca Bodenstein, also known as Mrs. Bodenstein, also known as Bodendine, also known as Ms. B, also known as Little B. Graduates, when we started this journey together, none of us knew you would be the last graduating class of New Community Jewish High School. The latter half of your high school tenure has been incredibly deep, detailed, and determined. We have run the gamut of emotions and expressions of self, highest of highs, lowest of lows, and all the fun in between. In so many ways, that's what the high school experience is about. Development of the fullest expressions and potential. It is intense. I have always maintained that I do not come equipped with an agenda for any of you. I hope to know each of you as individuals and help guide you through the maze of high school and your possibilities beyond. But I never wanted to tell you where or how to get there. That's your job to figure out. And now we are here at your graduation, and I'd like to give you one piece of parting advice. No matter where you go once you leave campus today, I implore you to lead with love. It is love of self and love of community that will give you the skills and perspective of a successful human being. Let me begin with love of self. During a class meeting in your 11th grade year, I showed you a short TED Talk on the subject of grit. Angela Lee Duckworth, an educator, researcher, and psychologist at the University of Pennsylvania, published research that shows that IQ and natural ability are not the strongest predictors of success, but rather those who work hard and find joy in their work are, in the long run, have the greatest chances of success. I equate hard work and the joy you find in daily life as love of self. It is a choice you will make each day, a commitment to yourself not only to work hard, but to seek out passion and inspiration in whatever it is you choose to do. 2 other thoughts on the important commitments to yourself. Take care of your physical body. Eat healthfully, exercise, and make thoughtful decisions about the one and only body you have been given. You are precious. Treat yourself as such. And second, ask for help when you need it. It is an act of love to say, I need help. We're all trying to figure out life all of the time, not just you as you enter the world. All of us, all of the time, are trying to figure out how to navigate the worlds we inhabit. I certainly would like to sit down and have coffee with the many sets of parents today who have twins. I don't know how to raise twins, and I could sure use some advice. I need help. Babysitters are also welcome. Next, love of community. The people surrounding you, graduates, are not only your communal backbone, but also a large piece of your ever-expanding network. Many of you found your internships for capstone via your immediate community, and you should thank them for giving you a chance, for giving you the connection, and for taking the time to think of you as a trustworthy and capable person. Which leads me next to gratitude. Our work as educators and parents has been to enable a culture of hard work, determination, and love of learning in whatever area you graduates wish to pursue. This is truly a beautiful gift your community has given you. You can show your gratitude not only by saying and writing the words, thank you, but by pursuing your dreams. And if you should stumble, remember the strong backbone that you have, and get up, dust yourself off, and start again. That is love. Thank you. With regards to this particular school, do understand that a culture of kindness is antithetical to popular culture, and it's a bold statement in our society. The teachers that encircle you today have had your back, not just now as you stand in formal attire, posing for photos and remembering the good times, but the entire time you have been at this school. When you struggled, when you cried, when you said something funny, and frankly, when you said something not that funny. When you danced and when you sang, when you shot a goal or basket, when your art was up on display, when your club sold donuts for a good cause. The day you return to us from wherever your life adventures have taken you, you will be embraced once again, and you will be asked, what have you learned? You will best show your love for community by returning to tell the tale with truth and reflection. When you do return to us, I hope those tales to include the differences you have made in the new communities you will create, that the lessons from your classes, the many trips, the details from the Museum of the American Teenager, the time spent at the Shabbaton and in your clubs and teams taught you how to stand up for the respect and rights of yourself and others. That, my friends, is love. And I love you all very much. Congratulations.
Thank you, Ms. Bodenstein. I am Rabbi David Vorspan, also known by my YouTube name, The Rabbi V. We turn our attention now to tassels. You're wearing tassels on your hat that are going to be moving to show the end of the ceremony tonight. Some of you are wearing gold tassels around your neck. These tassels represent what you've achieved. Now you're going to be given a talit with 4 tassels, and they are going to represent who you must be. The tassels from today's event will be put away and be memorable. The tassels that you're going to get on the talit you will wear for the rest of your life this tassel or others like it on a talit. And let's remind ourselves what it's for, because it's actually mentioned in the Torah portion for the Shabbat Shalach Lecha. God says, I want all of the Israelites to wear a tassel, to wear tzitzit, or item oto. I want you to look at them. Uzchartem et kol mitzvot Adonai, and remember all of the mitzvot. V'lo taturu, so that you don't become tourists. We must remind ourselves that to be a part of the Jewish community is to remind us that we cannot be passive, that we cannot be observers. We need to be participants. And the tzitzit are going to remind us, whether you wear it or you see somebody else wearing the talit, remind us of our responsibility to make this world a better place and to be proud of what we're doing to achieve that. I'm going to ask all of the parents now to stand facing your graduate, hold the talit in front of them. Don't put it on yet. Graduates, I'm going to lead you in the blessing in a moment. I want, however, for you to be looking into the faces of your parents. Parents, I want you to look into the face of your graduate. It was only a blink of an eye ago that you were doing this at their preschool graduation. And it will be a blink of an eye when you do it again when they graduate, perhaps from their next institution. I want you graduates to look at your parents, at the pride that they are feeling for you right now. And I want you to remember that for the rest of your days, you must thank them for having provided you with the Jewish education and the secular education you've received here at New Community Jewish High School. The talit you're going to be presented is the one designed by Benny Ferdman, and Benny, for the last time, is going to be placing it on his graduate. Graduates, please repeat after me. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Ha'olam Asher Kiddishanu B'mitzvotav V'tzivanu Lehit Atef Bat Tzitzit. God commanded us to wrap ourselves in the talit. Parents do exactly that. Place the talit around their shoulders, and let's have a wonderful graduation.
As soon as you're finished, if the parents could go back in exactly as they came out, find your seats. And students, you know what to do to line up, give them a big hug, and we're on our way.
Good afternoon. My name is Ellen Howard, principal of New Community Jewish High School. I'd like to welcome, thank you. I'd like to welcome you to an exciting moment in Jewish educational history, the 10th graduation ceremony of New Community Jewish High School. Our graduation tonight is rich with meaning. For our parents and grandparents, it means your legacy is secure. For survivors of the Shoah who are among us tonight, it means Judaism is alive and vibrant. 67 years after the creation of modern Israel, it means that America stands with you. And for our community, it means a future of great leadership. To help us enhance the evening tonight, we ask that you please remain seated during the entire procession and ceremony, and keep all the aisles clear. If you haven't silenced your cell phones yet, please do so, and lend a hand to ensure a beautiful decorum so richly deserved by our graduates. In the event of emergency, please leave through the closest door that's marked exit. Take a moment at this time to notice which would be your closest emergency exit door, and let the ceremony begin.
Da 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 ladies and gentlemen, the faculty of New Community Jewish High School.
There's no gone, gone, gone. When you fall like a statue, I'm gonna be there to catch you, put you on your feet, you on your feet. And if you're losing to my fate, then you tell me what you need. What do you need? I surrender honestly. You've always done the same for me, so I would do it for you. After you're gone, 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 you're my backbone, you're my cornerstone, you're my crutch when my legs don't move. You're my headstone, you're my rugged heart, you're the bones that I've always needed. Like a drum, baby, don't stop beating. Like a drum, baby, don't stop beating. Like a drum, baby, don't stop beating.
I'm just
rise for the singing of our national anthems. The words can be found in Hebrew and English on the last page of your program. Please face the Israeli flag for Hatikva.
כל עוד בלבב פנימה נפש יהודי הומייה ולפתם מזרח קדימה עין לציון סופיה עוד לא אבדה תקוותנו התקווה בת שנות 2000 להיות עם חופשי בארצנו ארץ ציון ירושלים להיות עם חופשי בארצנו ארץ ציון ירושלים.
Please face the American flag for the Star-Spangled Banner.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please remain standing.
Please remain standing.
Let's go.
Thank you.
They tell the story of the man who dies and he goes to heaven. He's furious and he stomps up to God and he says, Lord, you have become a great disappointment. The world is a mess. People are starving. The homeless are ignored. Ignorance is rampant. Why aren't you doing something? Wait a minute, God said. That's why I sent you. That's why I sent you. Rabbi Harold Schulweis of blessed memory used to include 2 words in his prayers, through me. So he would say, blessed be you, Lord our God, who through me feeds the hungry, who through me clothes the naked, quiets the disturbed. I guess this is what high school graduation is all about, to recognize what has been learned and to charge the students to now use it. May these students be a blessing and a source of blessing, and may the world be a little brighter, a little better, because they are in it. We remain standing for the Shehechianu.
We praise you, O holy God, ruler of the universe, who keeps us in life, sustains us, and enables us to celebrate this moment. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, shechianu v'kiyamanu higianu lazman hazeh.
And let's all join together. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, shechianu v'kiyamanu v'higianu lazman hazeh. Amen. Please be seated.
Good afternoon, and welcome to the graduation ceremonies of New Community Jewish High School's class of 2015. My name is Jeff Levine, and I am President of the Board of Trustees. I have the honor of addressing this class on behalf of the board and our community. And what an incredible class you are. 86 graduating seniors, 88% going on to college right away, the remaining 12% taking a gap year or entering the Israel Defense Forces. You received a combined 460 college acceptances. 32 of you are on the Dean's List. You have received awards in community service, musical theater, 7 Presidential Service Awards, and many other academic and athletic awards, including a basketball championship. But you mean much more to us than these awards and statistics. Our school is completing its 13th year. Most of you have been here for 4 of these years, or roughly 1/3 of our school's entire existence. So you and your character and your accomplishments have played a major part in establishing the reputation of our school. And what a reputation we have. I recently attended in Philadelphia the Convention of North American Independent Jewish Day Schools, a gathering of more than 1,000 delegates from 600 Jewish day schools from U.S., Mexico, and Canada. Walking around the convention center with Dr. Bruce Powell was like walking around a rock festival with Mick Jagger. But that is to be expected when you're with an educator with 40 years of experience who has helped to start 26 Jewish schools around North America. And if you like, you'd like to read more about him, in today's Jewish Journal there's a feature article on Dr. Powell. Take a look at it. But what was even more impressive at this convention was that people really knew about our school. That we have become the second largest non-Orthodox high school in North America, that we had just received a transformative naming gift from the Toledo family, that we have a rich ethical culture, visionary lay leadership, and unique and innovative programs such as our Israel Exchange program and our internship programs. Indeed, many national leaders in Jewish education come from our school. Indeed, New Jew was recently featured in a national Jewish publication, which after an exhaustive analysis of our school's culture, concluded, New Community Jewish High School strives to provide a Jewish education that allows and requires the next generation of Jews to make interesting, unique contributions to American and therefore also Jewish life. 15 years ago, I was a member of a small group of visionaries who started this school. We have come to be called the founders. Since then, we have been joined by additional leaders who have served as trustees on our Board of Trustees. I would like everyone to take a moment to acknowledge and thank the founders and the subsequent trustees for their contribution and leadership. 15 years ago, we had no idea what kind of school would emerge. We didn't have a naming gift yet, so we gave the school a placeholder name, New Community Jewish High School, more description than a name. We did not then know that it would come to be known as New Jew, a name more befitting a Marvel Comics action hero than a school. But here you are, the last graduating class from New Jew. From now on, our school will have the honor of being known as Toledo High School. But while we are extremely grateful to the founders, trustees, donors, parents, faculty, and alumni, and especially to the DiToledo family for their generosity. It is you, the class of 2015, who have given our school its Shem Tov, its good name, its great reputation. It is your character and your accomplishments that will now be acknowledged through the DiToledo name. And so, on behalf of the Board of Trustees, on behalf of our entire community, I say to you, the new Jew class of 2015, Kol HaKavod, Yasher Koach, and Toda Rabbah. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Oh boy. I started ninth grade as a starry-eyed freshman. I thought to myself, oh God, I'm going to have to spend the rest of my life at this place. Yes, I knew it would only be 4 years and not an actual lifetime. But all I had experienced in life by that point was school. So I really could not picture or think about life where I wouldn't get up, leave my parents' home, and go to school every day. After 10 years of school that I did not enjoy, the old, cynical, lazy, frustrated me at the time dreaded the idea of spending another 4 years the same way, only with the added effort of meeting new people and getting comfortable in a new place. My time in high school ended up being something I could have never expected. I spent 4 years with 85 classmates who I now view as siblings. High school can be hard, and it can be stressful, but a thought that helps me and allows me to never be alone is this. There are 85 others going through high school with me, and they know exactly what I'm going through because they are going through the same thing. I want you to look at the time we shared together in a certain way. Regardless of how any of you view each other or how you feel about someone, I want you all to understand that our time together meant something wonderful. All of us are connected, and that must mean something. Think of who you were before high school. Think of how you changed, who you are today, and how who you are now will progress in the future. The time we spent in high school will be one of, if not the most important, difficult, and inspiring times of our lives. And we spent it together. My time in high school became something I loved, something I enjoyed, something that was incredibly difficult at times, and something that changed me forever. And it is because of all of you. For most of my life, I did not have many close friends. I was able to get by in school, but I never felt a real connection to any of the kids I went to school with. Now I am so close and open with so many of you that it actually hurts thinking about. When I am around any of you, I am not just content living on this earth, but happy and ecstatic because when I walk into campus, I know that there are many, many people that will be happy to see me, people that I am happy to see, and even people that will simply smile at me. To me, that is more than I would ever ask of any of you. That's more than I ever thought I deserved. After the first 14 years of my life, I would never in a million years guess that I would have had a place where I could feel so perfectly happy and live a life better than I could have ever dreamed of, and it is all because of you. You amazing, beautiful, and insane people. If I make it long enough to become a cranky old man sitting in a rocking chair many, many years from now, I might not remember all of your names or faces, but somewhere in my heart, I will remember each and every one of you. Because you were all in my life during what was easily the most enjoyable, memorable, challenging, terrifying, and important times of my life. I want you to know that you had a life-changing influence on who I am. 4 years may not seem like much, but these last 4 were more magical, strange, and terrifying than any of us could really understand. If nothing I say in this speech gets across to any of you, I at least want this to be clear. Thank you. Thank you for making me happy to live on this earth. Thank you for making me happy to be human. And thank you for making me happy to be Harrison Rosenberg every day of my life. I am very excited and ready to go in the next step in my life, but it terrifies me and pains me to realize that soon I will not be able to spend every day of my life with all of you. I hope you all can love yourselves and each other as much as I love all of you. Thank you.
I'm sorry, can we give Harrison Rosenberg another round of applause? Wow, there are a lot of you here. That's awesome. How's everyone feeling today? Oh, come on, let's go. How's everyone feeling today? Come on, baby. Hello, friends and family. Thank you for joining us on this incredible day in all of our lives. I'm Eliav Gabai, and I have one question. Who do you want to be? Do you want to be the person that others have decided you are, or the person you know yourself to be? The person people believe you are, or the person people can look up to and believe in? In the light of our graduation, we've all been talking a lot about the future, about where we will be and go next year, if it's college, the army, a gap year, or what have you. Over these 4 years at New Jew, we learned a lot. Not just academically, but about ourselves. The real question is, what will we remember and what will stay with us? As we take this next step in our lives, the most important thing to remember is to remain who we truly are. We must be prepared to overcome all the obstacles that lay in our paths. We need to have the drive and perseverance it takes to succeed throughout our future lives. Though there will be doubters along the way, we have to keep believing in ourselves no matter what the odds. One rabbi described living without believing in yourself as trying to swim while keeping one foot on shore. As long as we always stick by our true identities and remind ourselves that no one can take that away from us, the tough times in life that will inevitably come will seem clearer and ultimately easier to deal with, because we know that we are satisfied and confident in our own abilities and opinions. Find your true self, because if you know who you are, you will find the happiness and success you want in life. You and only you will define those terms. You know you've discovered your true identity when you're confident in the things you do. You don't question yourself when you make a decision. And you know in your heart you are doing the right thing in whatever it is you want to do in life. Don't waste your life worrying about what others think of you. Throughout life, people will put you down, oftentimes simply to put themselves up. People will go to great measures to achieve success through your failure. Do not let them. In order to reach that true happiness everyone chases after in life, you must ignore those who do not accept you for who you are, and embrace those who appreciate your authentic self. All of us are so blessed to have been able to grow and thrive in an environment like New Jews. And as we step out of this safe Jewish bubble and into the real world, it is crucial that we remember where we came from and who helped us make us who we are and who we will become. Those people in our lives who have stuck by us through thick and thin, those who have always accepted who we are precious and deserve to be cherished, because without them, we would not be where we are today. If you take anything from my words today, remember these 5 key principles. 1, work hard and give it your all. 2, times will get rough and you will need to overcome. 3, have fun, relax, and enjoy life. 4, don't let anyone tell you you cannot achieve your dreams. 5, don't change your true self, because you are the greatest. So, class of 2015, who do you want to be?
Hello, everyone. My name is Noah Emanuel, and I am the senior class president of the class of 2015. Twelfth grade student council's job this year had 2 primary goals. 1, to connect our grade in an everlasting manner. And 2, to leave a legacy behind that would be looked back on for generations. This class has experienced things as pioneers and as culminators. We are the last class of new Jews and the first class to experience the capstone program. 12th grade student council did not want to just be another senior class. And I think we've accomplished that. We had the largest number of attendees at the all-school dance in New Jew history. Arguably the best senior welcome at the Shabbaton. And to be frank, we just rock and everyone knows it. It has been a great year with so many accomplishments, and I have full confidence that the entire senior class can say that their last 4 years have been spectacular. It is now my distinct pleasure to pass the senior class gavel onto the class of 2016's president, Itai Bernstein. Itai, you are a dear friend of mine, and one that I will know that will do great things. I wish you the best of luck. I want you to know I'm always here to help. Get a picture? Get a picture. You want to take it out? Huh? Yeah, go back. Last but not least, thank you to all the members of the Senior Class Student Council and Faculty Advisor, Ms. Bain.
As student council executive leaders of our school, we attempt to uphold the values of this great community and provide the school with great ways to stay connected and be involved. This year, we had record numbers of students attend our fall ball. The seniors pursued internships as part of the capstone program, and we got ourselves an amazing new name through which our school will continue to thrive.
Our goals were to connect within each grade level council as well as a whole. As a result, we reached out to the school in general and created different events for students to participate in and bond. It has been an honor to be leaders in this position. We've grown to feel at home in our new campus, and ever since we came, it has been a campus where students are thriving in so many different areas.
We are sad to be leaving this extraordinary community behind as we go off to college on our new and exciting adventures. But we know that we are leaving the school in good hands of people that are passionate, determined, ambitious, and not to mention A+ human beings. We proudly pass the Student Council Executive Gavel to incoming Vice President Noah Kaplan, who along with President Lindsay Workman, will continue to do great things and make the school an even better place than it already is.
Hello, everyone. My name is Aaron Drew, and I am a proud member of New Community Jewish High School's graduating class of 2015. I am what you would call a technology native, along with everyone in this room under 20, which includes all of my class. A technology native is a person who was born with an internet connection when the technological wave started to grow exponentially. We, the natives, grew up in the era of instant communication, first with messengers like AIM, later with texting. We grew up having a virtual presence on Facebook, being able to see our friends' lives as pictures and status updates on a newsfeed. We grew up unknowingly primed for a world where real relationships will cease to exist. Heavy stuff, I know. I don't have to tell you all about how the internet works and what's on it. If you're already lost and don't know what I'm talking about when I say Facebook or texting, I think the Jewish Home for the Aging holds a technology class that you might want to sign up for. Just a suggestion. Thanks, guys. Thank you. Anyways, today, I would like to talk to all of you, and especially my senior class, about a topic that will unquestionably shape our future in the coming decades, as more and more technology natives are born. That topic is how we have allowed technology to steal our lives away from us. As a teenager who spends most of his time with other teenagers, I unfortunately see this scene all too often. A small group of friends go out to lunch together. They sit down, and in almost perfect rhythm, every single person pulls out his or her phone and puts it face up on the table. And the instant someone gets a notification update, or there's a slight lull in the conversation, one by one, the phones are unlocked and put up as a barrier between you and the world. This average teenage outing may not seem all too depressing on its surface, but its implications certainly are. Why is it that we are so drawn to our phones? Why is it that we would rather log onto Facebook instead of just sitting down and being with our friends? The answer is that smartphones do their job all too well as a piece of technology. They make life easier. But they don't make life easier in the same way that the airplane or the radio or even the dumb phone did. They make it easier for us to have relationships as a result of instant access to apps like Facebook and Snapchat and Twitter and Instagram. Apps whose success comes from their ability to allow us to choose what parts of ourselves we share with the world. The power of social media comes from people's fear of being present. When we are totally present, we are forced to put our full selves out onto the stage of life for the whole world to see. We become vulnerable. This is especially difficult for teenagers who constantly worry that others will not like them for who they are. In the past, the teenage years would be a constant struggle to create a confident self-image. Over the course of high school, friends would be made and lost, but in the end, we would find that our true friends would love us for every bit of who we were. But now, technology has made it easy for us to hide, to avoid the journey of discovering that the person you are is the person that others are going to love. Instead, we create a virtual presence, a fake, or rather an incomplete version of ourselves built from 10-second video clips on Snapchat and a few pictures on Instagram and a handful of tweets. My social media posts are really just bits and pieces of myself that I choose to show to the world, thinking that the world will like these and only these parts of me. I fear that people, especially my generation, especially the people sitting up on this stage, are on the path to becoming only those few clips and pictures and 140 characters and nothing more, losing their full and real selves entirely. If this is true, then friends in the classical sense will no longer exist. We will have no one in our lives that loves us, all of us, every single piece. The average person spends about 3 hours a day on some form of social media, a number that has risen every year thanks to the popularization of the smartphone. 3 hours a day adds up to about 45 days a year of every year of our life. That number astounds me. 45 days a year spent building our virtual selves when 20 years ago the concept of a virtual self didn't even exist. 45 days of our lives we are stealing away from our real selves, our real lives, and our real relationships. What's worse is that we teenagers, the technology natives, have never known what it means to exist without a virtual presence. We have never known what it is like to dedicate 100% of each day of our lives to our real self. We are fish in the sea of technology, and if we do not crawl out of the sea by the might of our own free will, we will never live a day on land, breathing the fresh air, taking in all life has to offer, without hiding behind a smartphone camera. We will never sit down for lunch and laugh with our friends about each of our incredibly interesting lives without the urge to retreat into our virtual bubble. The message I want to drive home to my fellow classmates and really to everyone in this room is that it will soon become impossible to have meaningful relationships if we continue to allow our virtual selves to steal our time away from us. We must take back our lives from the virtual to the real. The next time you take out your phone to mindlessly scroll through Facebook, think about this. Even spending just 10 minutes less a day looking down at your phone would give you 2.5 days of your life back per year. Imagine all of the amazing things you could do and all of the memorable experiences you could have in those precious 2.5 days. We only have so much time. Thank you.
If I only had a brain, said a dear friend to me as we walked to our senior oneg during our final Shabbaton. Surrounded by the ancient oaks of Camp Alonim, I looked at her in disbelief. How could such a talented artist believe she was inadequate? Through colors and lines, she challenges her society. And hearing her say she didn't have a brain made me consider all the times my classmates and I have doubted our intellect. At the Shabbaton, our masks start to disappear. So when talk inevitably turned towards our college admission letters, our true fears over getting into our dream schools were exposed. When I expressed my own anxieties, my friends sort of rolled their eyes. You don't have anything to worry about, Natalie. There's no way I'm getting into my dream college, though. I wish I were smart. I contemplated how hard we work to force our brains into the stereotypical boxes labeled smart, success, and college. I considered how numbers became crucial pieces to our identities, and the ABCs went from a nursery rhyme to the Holy Grail. I recalled all the blood, sweat, and tears shed over that 0.1% that could move us from a B+ zone to an A- territory. And for the first time, I wondered why. I then realized that the brain was never meant to be squeezed and remolded. That genius is not a number, but a gift our grade has in abundance. One student is a literary enchantress. In her hands, a pen becomes a magical wand that opens up portals to faraway worlds. Then there's the singer, who hides under a humble cloak and oozes sweetness. She scolds herself every time a paper comes back marked in red, and to those who don't know her, she appears quiet. But when she croons out soft jazz, the world falls silent in awe. We have boys and girls who whiz across the sports fields, while others could blow your mind with computer animations. There is no such thing as humdrum brilliance. I explained this to my worried friend as we walked into the room that would house our oneg. I admitted how I'd always known she had one of the most amazing brains. Her look of pleased bewilderment was a small comfort as we entered the awkward, heavy atmosphere of Oneg. The dark room glowed from our candles we had lit together, and in the corner our teachers sat watching like ancient judges. Our night had arrived. Oneg, in Hebrew, means delight. Every Friday night at the Shabbaton, the grade gathers together to share the delights and trials of the year. This year, the legacy of our senior Oneg loomed large. We felt compelled to create earth-shattering connections with everyone. And yet, we were afraid. Afraid if we let ourselves search for those connections, we would find it didn't exist. Afraid of being empty, heartless, tin vessels. And so, we crumpled under the pressure, trying to hide our apprehension with crude jokes. But in a stunning moment of maturity, a student spoke up and made us realize that this was our moment. So we passed a spool of yarn and wrapped it around our wrists to create a physical manifestation of unity as student after student stood metaphorically bare. Recollections of family death, of hidden pains, of scarring insecurities, mingled with current feelings of strength, friendship, and gratitude. And amidst the tears and hugs, we discovered that we've been filling each other's hearts since the moment we met. I think back to the freshman retreat. We were consumed by making the perfect first impression. At this year's Oneg, student after student spoke of regret. Regret at allowing those first impressions to act as a barrier to knowing the person next to them. And let me tell you, we felt the sting so strongly only because every person sitting here today is worth knowing. We, the class of 2015, have found our hearts together. So, I have a confession to make. I am a coward. While many of my friends and peers found the courage to speak up and make themselves vulnerable, I was too afraid. But courage is being afraid of something and doing it anyways. Courage, according to writer Mary Radmacher, doesn't always roar. Sometimes, courage is the little voice at the end of the day that says, "I'll try again tomorrow." Yes, I am afraid. I am terrified of standing up here giving this speech. But amidst my fear and insecurity, I'm finding strength. I think about the courage my classmates have shown. Take a deep breath and look my fear straight in the eye. I reach for my strength and realize it's been there all along. I'd like to say now what I would have said that night. Thank you, class of 2015. Thank you for finally giving me a home away from home. I want to share a memory with you. During the Shabbaton, I was sitting in my cabin feeling a little lonely when a friend came and dragged me out. There, I found everyone dancing. This terrified me. I am a horrible dancer. I cannot dance at all. But when everyone saw me, they started cheering and pulled me in. And suddenly, it didn't matter that I looked like a robot having a seizure, or that I'm usually the one to stand and watch from the sidelines. At that moment, I felt at home. I looked around me, and instead of classmates, I saw family. Now, you may not know this, but you all have something in common with a girl from Kansas. You've probably heard of her. She wears a checkered blue apron dress and ruby red slippers. And like all of us, she wished for someplace over the rainbow, where her troubles melt like lemon drops. A place where everything feels right. For us New Jewers, that's the Shabbaton. It's there that we realize that we do have a brain, a heart, the nerve. It's there that we realize we have a home, that this is our home. In Oz, Dorothy makes the realization where her home is and becomes determined to get back there. But unlike Dorothy, we can't do that. Next year, when we're in a dorm room far away from home, or in Israel putting on an IDF uniform, we will all have moments where we wish we could click our heels together and be back at New Jew. But we can't. So what can we do? We can take the home we found at New Jew and rebuild it around us. We will find other tin men, scarecrows, and lions and help them realize that they are enough. Because here at New Jew, we have learned to hold others up. And soon, we'll be the people holding the world up. Thank you.
My name is Dr. Bruce Powell. I'm the head of School of New Community Jewish High School. For about 3 more weeks. And then I'll be head of the De Toledo Community High School. First, I want everyone to know that all the speakers tonight were chosen by their class. It was not a popularity contest. These were the 4 students who they wanted to represent their soul. And what a soul they represented tonight. I began thinking about what I was going to say to you back in January, and at the Shabbaton, a single idea for the class of 2015 became supremely clear. It is an idea built upon the unique energy and creativity of this class. It is an idea that reflects a great vision for life. It is an idea that will certainly change the world. So what is this transformative idea, this meaningful charge to the class of 2015? Don't be boring. Allow me to elaborate. When the class of 2015 works toward food justice in our community and our nation, to ensure that no child who lives in the wealthiest country ever in the history of humanity goes to bed hungry or malnourished, such work is not boring. When members of the class of 2015 challenge those who engage in bigotry, in violence, and injustice, and then engage in ethical actions and participate fully in the democratic process, that's not boring. When the class of 2015 selects professions in the future or businesses that strive to fulfill the mandate of the first question God asks of us in this world, were you honest in business? Did you use your work to bring joy, or to uplift those who are fallen, or to provide those in need, or to fulfill the promise of our nation as stated in what I believe to be the greatest political document in the history of humanity, our preamble to the Constitution of the United States, where it mandates us to create a more perfect union, engage in acts of tikkun olam, to establish justice. Tzedek, tzedek tirdof. Justice, justice you will pursue. To promote the general welfare, to feed the hungry and clothe the naked. To provide for the common defense for those who cannot defend themselves. And to ensure the blessings of liberty for ourselves and our posterity. To do all of this, to be honest in business and fulfill the promise of America, this is clearly not boring. Allow me to introduce you tonight to some people who are not boring. The first group stands witness to the evil that today still has become almost mundane in many parts of our broken world. They stand today as thrivers in a free land. They stand today to answer the 4th question God asks of us: did you have hope? Please welcome the least boring people in the room, the thrivers who survived the Holocaust. Please stand. Some of these thrivers joined our students on the March of the Living to Poland and Israel just a month or so ago. Next, allow me to introduce you to those when called upon to serve on behalf of Israel or behalf of America, those who tell truth to an untruthful world and take action when action is required. These men and women of courage all made a choice not to be boring. Let's thank those people who stood up when they were asked to stand up for Israel and America. And let's meet those people who every day work to ensure excellence, to ensure joy in learning, who spend endless hours in planning for your education, hoping never to be boring. The teachers of New Community Jewish High School. And finally, allow me to introduce you to a group of people to whom you owe everything. This group decided, perhaps in moments of clarity or maybe in moments of naivete, to provide you with life itself. They made a decision to provide you with a stellar education, to emphasize the importance of Jewish values, to teach a vision that life possesses transcendent meaning, to imbue these last 4 years with joy and celebration and friendship and love. And whereas you may sometimes have thought they were boring, they are indeed the most visionary and dedicated people in this room tonight. Please meet your not-so-boring parents. Dear graduates, tonight you have met examples of people who are not boring. You've heard about some pathways for life that are not boring. So my charge to you is clear. Find your passion, use knowledge for wisdom, embrace the other, and recognize that we all live in a golden age of America, a golden Jewish age of creativity and endless opportunity, and it's all yours indeed, not boring at all. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2015, our 10th graduating class, we will announce names in English and Hebrew.
Tal Ben Shmuel Velea.
Taylor Morgan Adelson.
Gabriel Ben Avraham Velea.
Gregory Alexandrovsky.
Daniel Avraham Ben Amnon Veronit.
Daniel Avraham Band.
David Mordechai Ben Carol.
David Mordechai Bar-Or.
Micha Rafael Ben Harav Yonatan Venechama.
Micah Raphael Jaffe Bernhard.
Noach Shlomo Ben Shelley Vemark.
Bradley Noah Burns.
אדיר בן גד ויפית.
Adir Bernstein.
רחמית בת יצחק ושולמית.
Carly Clementine Blau.
אריאלה שולמית בת ברוך ונחמה.
Ariella Shulamit Blum-Lemberg.
מנחם פסח בן מרק ותמי.
Josh Ryan Brandt.
דוב נפתלי בן דוד וגילה.
Benjamin Samuel Brook.
עזריאל בן רוג'ר ורונה.
Raul Cook Brossi.
יוסף נוח בן חיים ומיכל.
Justin Noah Kate.
טליה שושנה בת הרב ראובן פסח וחיה.
Talia Shoshana Camrus.
טלי בת מרדכי ומרים.
Tali Chase.
אהרון בן יונתן ואביגיל.
Ian Austin Choate.
רחל בת אברהם ונחמיה.
Samantha Rachel Cohan.
שרית עזריאלה בת איש טוב ורחל.
Sophia Elena Contreras.
שמואל ראובן בן דוד ומרים.
Samuel Robert Crystal.
כרמל דייזי בת דוד ומרים.
Carmel Daisy Dagby.
חנה דוידה בת גד ופגה.
Morgan Sarah Davidson.
רפאל משה בן ישראל ורבקה.
Raphael Moshe Diamond.
אוריאל משה בן נתן שמחה וחנה.
Tyler Harrison Drabin.
שקד יצחק, בן ניסים מאיר ואביבית אסתר.
Aaron Michael Drew.
Nice. Opa. I got it covered. Okay. שקד now. Yes. Okay. שקד יצחק, בן ניסים מאיר ואביבית אסתר.
שקד Isaac Edry.
נוח בן אריאל ושרה.
Noah Wood Emmanuel.
מיכאל אריאל בן דבורה.
Michael Joseph Eston.
סקאי מלכה, בת אליהו וגולדי.
Sky Esselin.
עידן אריאל, בן שרון ודורית.
Idan Ari Ebenheim.
Where's my list? מאיר בן שמחה ויוסף.
Josh Michael Fallis.
אהרון בנימין בן יהודית ויהודה.
Aaron Benjamin Felkai.
שושנה לאה בת שרי ובייניש.
Shoshana Leah Ferdman.
בן נורית ומאיר.
Ben Albert Fisher.
אוריאן בת ענת ואלי.
Orion Taylor Fitlovich.
לוי אברהם בן פסיה ריבה ופישל דוד.
Lucas Evan Frankel.
אליאב בן רויטל ושרון.
Eliav Eli Gabay.
שרה יוכבת בת שרון וברוך.
Nicole Sarah Gersh.
אפרים פייבל בן מרים ויוסף.
Benjamin Jared Glazer.
פנינה בת אורלי ומשה.
Paula Joy Goldberg.
ירדן בן שרה ויהיל.
Alex Jordan Greenberg.
דניאל בן אנדריה וישראל.
Daniel Greenstein.
מושבה איילת בת דבורה וג'ול.
Sierra Michelle Grock.
צ'סי בן אליאנה וג'ורג'.
Jesse Lawton Sagadinsky.
זאב שלום בן מיכאלה שפרה ושמעון לייב.
Matthew Ryan Grossfeld.
פנינה מרים בת מיכאלה שפרה ושמעון לייב.
Rebecca Emily Grossfeld.
ציפורה פנינה בת נעמי ומשה מרדכי.
Carly Paige Grossman.
ריין דוד בן אורלי ועופר.
Ryan David Halazi.
יונה לי בן חיה ושרה וברוך מרדכי.
Justin Lyle Kalkin.
נוח איתן בן מיכאלה שושנה ואהרון.
Noah November Kipnis.
אריאלה בת דנה וישיה.
Ariel Rose Kligman.
דניאלה בת שרל ודוד.
Danielle Alexa Colker.
אלכסנדרה בת לבנה ושמואל.
Alexandra Skylar Cunin.
לאה בת אלישבע וריק.
Madeline Rose Lefkowitz.
באולה בת אליזבת וחיים.
Ariana Justine Levitt.
רחל מרים, בת שושנה ובנימין.
Rachel Miriam Lipman.
סוזי, בת רחל ונחום שמואל.
Susanna Tova Marco.
בן אשר, בן ג'יימס זיכרונו לברכה ומורלה.
Benjamin Asher Markman.
אהרון דוד, בן ויטה וברוך.
Jordan Aaron May.
יעל, בת חנה וארי.
Paisley Kenna Amir.
זק, בן חנה ומאיר.
Zachary David Miller.
גילי, בת דבורה ומיכאל.
Gilly Mizrahi.
שירל, בת מאירה וקמי.
Sherelle Mizrahi.
בתיה רונית, בת רשע ומרדכי.
Batya Ronit Moskowitz.
מיקה טליה, בת מגל ועמוס.
Mika Talia Nagar.
עדן, בן זיוי ואלקן.
Eden Ninari.
ליאור ויקטוריה, בת סיגל ואייזק.
Lior Victoria Oren.
יהודה, בן דבורה וארי.
Blake Edward Ouvrier.
דניאל, בן לאה ושלמה.
Daniel Noah Ozer Ross.
משה לב, בן דינה ואורי.
Michael Lev Pickover.
Rivka Bat Chaya V'Fred.
Samantha Marie Rivera.
Chaim Ben Leah V'Zacharia.
Harrison Charles Rosenberg.
Jason Ben Volka Ve'Avram.
Jason Allen Rosenberg.
Jeremy Ben Chaya Ve'Avraham.
Jeremy Ross Schacht.
Talia Bat Gita Ve'Gav.
Amanda Taylor Schall.
Amir Itamar Ben Chedva Ve'Eitzan.
Amir Itamar Schmeltz.
Yardena Bat Sheva Ve'Hoshaya.
Shelby Jordan Silverman.
Etel Mindel Bat Binyamin Achana Ve'Yochanan.
Emily Lauren Singer.
Bracha Rachel Bat Miriam V'Shmoyel.
Brooke Rose Smallson.
Ephraim Yosef Ben Rachel Miriam V'Chanina Tzvi.
Andrew Joseph Sokoler.
Emmy Bat Dvorah Ve'Ari.
Emmy Tendler.
Tal Ben Isabel Ve'Alon.
Tal Toker.
Maya Chana Bat Masharut Ve'Meir.
Maya C. Weintraub.
Gregory Aharon Ben Ahava Ve'Alexander.
Gregory Aaron Werner.
Uri Ben Mira Ve'Chaim.
Toby Ari Winograd.
Sarah bat Shoshana v'Chaim.
Natalie Sarah Yacobian.
Friends and graduates, this year as a community, we cycled through 26 positive characteristic traits essential for human flourishing. Using the science of positive psychology, married with the wisdom of our tradition, these midot build us up for a lifetime of happiness and resilience. The wondrous nature of these traits is that they are already within us. Most of the time, all it takes is for us to notice. Take, for example, the midah of ahava, of love. Parents, family, friends, look at your graduates. Ahava has a corresponding feeling. When you experience love, your cheeks stretch to accommodate a smile. You might feel a warm expansiveness fill you. The sensation of love might bring a little tear to your eye. You might feel choked up or feel butterflies in your belly. This is ahava, love. Kinderlach. Look at the glowing smiles of your family. Feel it. Notice the sensations you are feeling. This is ahava. Look around you at your classmates and feel the outsized joy you feel on their behalf. This too is ahava. Our blessing for you then is for you as you graduate, as you take one more step towards fuller adulthood, is that you never lose childlike nature of wonder, amazement, and the ease of giving and receiving tenderness. To love and to be loving and to be loved in return is to be guided by the midah of ahava. It will serve you well. Parents of this final graduating class of New Community Jewish High School, please turn to page 24 in your program and rise. And with your pinky, point to your graduate or graduates. Offer each of them your deepest and inmost blessing. Students, at this auspicious moment, as you begin your soul's calling with these holy words, we now offer you, our beloved children, a bracha of grace, of peace, and of love. Rise. Parents, let's share these words, each Hebrew verse, then the corresponding English verse. Yevarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May Adonai bless you and guard you. Ye'er Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka. May Adonai show you favor and be gracious to you. Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May Adonai show you kindness and grant you peace. Blow him a kiss.
Okay, parents, please sit down. Parents can be seated. All right, in a few minutes, we're going to conclude. The graduates are going to exit down the middle aisle. You should exit through the closest exit to you. You see doors all around the room. Exit through those doors, go around the building. There'll be people to guide you and meet your graduate out in the commons, in the courtyard. So graduates, please stand. All right. Faculty, are you ready? Graduates, by the power invested in me by the state of California and our Board of Trustees, you may turn your tassels.
Forget about